gon' have some stories to tell when you take it back home and tell them one time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you gotta go. I got a flight up in the morning on someday, something coming on, someone tell me I'm somewhere, doing alright. Somewhere I'll find out someone will be there one day I'll be the love of my life, but not tonight though. He tryna catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. Shout out to my that can get it independent and he looking for no love though. He tryna catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. He tryna stunt and give me drinks. I got the bottles in the section and I promise to be.
Give me space, we might ride it. Most say that, baby, they don't love the click. I thought they love you when you make it. This some mud.
Welcome to the
Seahawks.
NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Wilson Seahawks going up against Brady's Patriots. So let's get you up to Foxborough as we check in with our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Coming up is a rematch of that memorable Super Bowl 49 between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A little 360. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
What's up? Mommy did it. Is it fun? Is it funny?
Why is it like that?
I don't know. It's a bowl, right?
It's a bowl cut.
Yeah.
And it's not even an even bowl cut.
It's not?
No. Chuck, it goes like this, and then it goes down, and it goes...
The only issue, the game issue, is that it's not blended in.
Mom, what did you do to
About the
his hair?
29, just shy of the 30. Earlier, partner, when discussing Russell Wilson,
not
you said
even.
you think he's best when Seattle is running
What about
back
the
centric.
blending?
Is Thomas Rawls the center
Yeah,
piece
it's like
going
a
forward
straight
there?
cut. That's not even
Because
good.
of what he did 2 seasons
No,
ago.
Mom, like,
Before he
turn
got
your head to the right, Chuck.
Because he
No,
runs
to the
that
right.
offense the way they want it run.
That's
One
not even
cut,
what's up.
downhill, get
This is.
upfield.
No, it's
and
not.
Thomas Rawls is
Yes, it
perfect
is.
for
Mom,
that. If he
turn
stays
your head again.
healthy,
I need
that
to
allows
fix
Russell
it.
Wilson now
It goes...
to throw the play action, to bootleg
It's
passes
right here.
to really
Chunks.
hurt other teams defensively.
And Rawls
No,
has
it's
youth
not
on
even
his
like
side, just
blended
23.
up.
Oh my
What are you doing? Listen, I know about these haircuts
fake
because
to
I've been
Rawls.
dating
Now it's
Hunter now,
Wilson.
and Hunter cuts hair.
The grab made by Doug
Oh, I
Baldwin.
should have turned around and hit
Baldwin
it
coming
between.
off his
It's just
first
more of
Pro
the,
Bowl appearance.
you don't even need to worry about making it even. It's just more about fading it in.
Pretty
You
good
can
season for
easily
Doug
tell
Baldwin.
that size from that size.
She's good at it.
It doesn't. You don't even need to make it perfectly either.
The
That's not
connection
the issue.
between he and his quarterback, Russell Wilson, where they were playing more from the pocket, bigger plays downfield, that just propelled him into 2016. That, and anything he perceives as a slight, he uses it to his advantage, and he just goes out and plays.
They stay on the ground. Rawls again.
I said, are you so high?
As it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. There's Wilson to throw. And he's got Lockett. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle. First down, this is long.
Oh, Jesus.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
Judas, you're killing me here.
Carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 2nd down, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead.
Under pressure, they got him again.
I didn't feel anything.
In there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
Chuck, nobody watches this. Besides your brother.
So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. Back deep, Danny Amendola for New England. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. On 1st down, Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Gronkowski may have had to miss the Super Bowl with the injury, but he was active in that parade, and now he's back on the field. And I'll tell you what, something you mentioned to me is that he was a big cheerleader for his teammates, never hung his head through the injury, celebrated with him all the way through the title.
We've seen superstars in the past, when their team does well without them, they're happy, but they recede into the background, right? They get out of the way because it does hurt them a little bit. They do have pride.
I think so.
They want to feel like, hey, without me, they may take a little bit of a step back. But with Gronk, you never saw that. You saw him with him every step of the way, cheering his team on, happy for their success. They went 11-0 without him in 2016.
Oh, yeah, he's beast. I know he's with you now.
They want the big
Yep.
fella back.
That sucks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Brady. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And right side, caught, Hogan. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And this one complete to Martellus Bennett. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Martellus Bennett, 42 yards. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jabal Sheard in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On second down, here's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. You know, Charles, for Graham, so much concern early in the season about whether he'd be ready to play this year, what would happen recovering from the tendon. Not only was he ready, he played every game this season for Seattle.
And it wasn't just the injury concern with Jimmy Graham. It's how Seattle runs their offense. Remember, when he was in New Orleans, he could expect a ton of passes to come his way. But in Seattle, that number was going to be reduced. Would he be able to maximize what they were going to throw in his direction? And he certainly did this year, 65 catches.
65 catches, just shy of 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, too.
There are a good number of coaches that anytime they call an in route, are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions. And, boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a 5th-round pick, 3 touchdowns against Houston in the divisional round. Chris Hogan, undrafted. He ends up having 180 yards in receptions, including 5 plays of 20 yards or more against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
And you mentioned James White of Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's correct.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's going to get into the end zone. So cue up the Gronk spike. Gets a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Gostkowski for the point after.
A while ago. So me and Hunter would have the same day off.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. Okay, partners, New England comes out here to take the field on offense. And this is such an interesting story, how they've been able to do it year after year after year. Guys talk about parity in the NFL. Well, New England has kind of transcended that parity, and they've done it with guys that you don't normally think of as household names.
The parts keep changing for New England. That's the amazing part on offense, all right? Offensive linemen change, receivers change, running backs change. We know the one constant is Tom Brady, and that's a huge deal for them. But to be able to do it in what you call the parity times, and you're exactly right, everyone's supposed to be pretty equal. New England still a top 10 offense year in and year out. In 2016, they were number 4, and that helped them with a number 1 ranked defense as well.
Brady gives now to Blunt, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
They slot Gronkowski outright. On second down, here's Brady. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And it is now 21-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
It's caught outright by Graham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you
what
stop
else are you going to do?
A lot of times you want to have
stupid.
a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now
Maybe nothing, no. Just read his mind, eh?
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And this one through the uprights and good. ChUcKy now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Blunt, the lone running back. To throw, it's Brady. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action here on first down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here come the Seahawks now set to take over on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
What's up, Andy? I appreciate it. Thanks for the support.
First and 10, it's Wilson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Second and 10.
Curse. No. Oh, shit. What am I doing?
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
I will do it after this game, I promise.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I got you.
Welcome back, Charles and
I'm gonna
I
get you
settled
after
into the
this, I
booth
promise.
ready for quarter
You got my
number
word.
3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now, Dion Lewis to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Brady going to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Oh, well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No,
you know I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver? Yeah. Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck. One of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll try to get the running game going with Rolls. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On second down, Wilson. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Luke Wilson, 30 yards. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They slot Gronkowski outright. They'll begin here with Blunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And quickly, they get to the line. On second down, here's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Cliff Averill coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. On third and long, it's Brady. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Brady to throw on second down. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
Now a play fake here on first down. He hits Gronkowski on the out route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards there on the pickup. And it'll be first down, New England. Blunt, the lone running back. Now,
no!
Brady going to be intercepted.
Fuck!
A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out.
Bastards!
They were able to put together a scoring drive, but they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. They've got to keep it action because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Rawls. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. Rawls. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll give the Seahawks a first down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to goal. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. On second down, Wilson. He hits Jermaine Kearse. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And able to find Graham. Complete. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Wilson on second down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And it's the linebacker, Shea McClellan, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Brady to throw on second down. Over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough 3rd down awaits them.
Bless you.
Still in search of the first down after that last completion. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Me? This bitch.
51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down. Not just for the guy throwing the ball.
That was almost mine.
The offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On second down, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran now a nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a
oh my God, come on.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a play fake here on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They'll look to throw. Complete outright to Kurz. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. He'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the first down.
Here we go with Rawls. And he gets this
fucking
down
serious.
to the 18, good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 5. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Back to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls in the final minute. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Wilson gonna throw for it. And it's incomplete.
Good game, baby.
Well, flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still...
That's what happens when you get greedy.
The point there, and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no...
Aw, good game.
Y'all never played fair, so tell me why now should we care? Queen Bee told y'all a long time ago that we run the atmosphere. Did we build it? Do we own it? We even in the studios running playback. Shout out to Airmen.
I beat him.
The young guards, all the G's like us. Yeah, we go hard.
I was winning, but he went for 2. He tied it. Went for 2. Lost.
But they ain't stopping the empty. And my girls on top straight stunting. And we abide by a real strict code. Hands over X and homies over.